it. Yeah, man, me. Freezing, absolutely freezing outside. Rich, let's go to the bottom first. Johnny Edwards, evening, both, yeah, them is just to come in and shopping with us. Beat the Tesco guys in about yours, but I'm fucking freezing. Just got in my hands and niggles, no, never cold. There's no, my back windows aren't working on my car, so absolute nightmare. Ram Raider, evening brother, and all. Rebecca Ferris, okay. And everyone, yes. Johnny Edwards, evening mate. Freedom, pleasure as usual. If you would like to buy Big Bri a coffee and help support the channel, please use the PayPal below. Much appreciated. Thank you. Everything is appreciated on this channel. We appreciate everyone who comes on. We appreciate everyone who pushes the like buttons. We appreciate everyone who subscribes to the channel. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, by the way. It just helps the channel get to the 35,000, what we're trying to get before Christmas. And what it does do, it sends you a notification telling you that we're on at a certain time today. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit late because we just got in from Tesco's there and Eli, the dog, little pups there. We went to go back to get newspaper and off the floor because he's weeing on the floor, the pup. So it saved the floor, his idea. Put loads of newspaper down and then put the pads on the top of his weeing now on the pads. So he's only 9 weeks, 9 weeks old, coming up 10 weeks. And he's peeing on the pads. He goes in just one pad every time now near the window, so there's no mess. You just clean it up and put it in the toilet, flush it, it's gone. So he's the easiest, quickest dog I've ever trained in my life. I've had 14 dogs counting him, and he's the cleverest one I've had as a pup. He goes for the ball. He's going for the ball after 3 days, picking it up, bringing it back. Unbelievable he is. He's nearly getting on the bed now, jumping on the bed. really, John Usher, thank you for coming on, son. Busy Rabbit, I haven't seen you for a while, Busy Rabbit. Busy Rabbit is Eminem in the film, innit? Something Rabbit to call him. I don't know if it's Busy Rabbit. Freezing. Scott Thomas, Brian, what think of Dave Courtney's there? It's a sad occasion, mate. It's anyone who passes away, it's a sad occasion. So obviously, God bless him, rest in peace. And to his family and people who supported him and people who followed him, you know, he's sadly missed by them. Matt, hello, evening, everyone. Peter Jones, evening, Peter. Yeah, mate. It's sad when anyone passes away, isn't it? You know, because you've got to remember, even someone, even though I'm not saying he was bad or anything, but even if it was the baddest man on the planet, the evil, twisted man, they've always got somebody like kids, family, mums, dads, uncles, nephews. They might have done some big bad to someone, but they've still obviously got family and kids and stuff like that. So you've got to always respect the dead. Smith, Graham, Usher, Rabbit, Johnny Usher, Scott Thomas, Graham Smith's in. What else is coming on? Oh, Trap Half, yeah, the main man, he's on. Freedom's right next to him, the other one. Yeah, so what we've got in the world, we've got a society now. When we were kids in the 70s, we had to have manners and respect for people. Say, if you were on a bus and some like an oldish woman would get on, 60-odd, 70-year-old, you'd get up and say, "Yes, take my seat," and you'd make them sit down. You would be 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, you'll just stand up and do it. Kids, I see kids now. I see I'm walking down with the dogs, go out with the dogs sometimes. So I don't go on the buses, but I'll see older people stood up where the bus pulls up and letting people off, and there's kids sat down with his older people stood up, 70-odd-year-old. Thank you, Freedom, you're a legend. Thank you very much. Press the like buttons, everybody say. Yeah, 60 on, don't forget to push the like buttons. And what we've got to do is install that to get the world in a better place. People have got to be more polite to each other, got to be more kind to each other. Stop rushing around like it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. The world's been here 4.5 billion years. It's going to be a lot longer before it's going to be here. A lot longer than we're going to be. Same as your house. You go, oh, I can do this for the house. I can't do that for the house. It's only a house. The house is going to be here when you're well and dead and buried. So people just rushing around like maniacs over nothing, making big issues out of something when it's not as big an issue as it is. So you make yourself all upset. You make your cortisol levels go up. Your heart attack levels go up. Because you're panicking over, oh, I've only got this for Christmas, I've got that, I've got this. But if you haven't got it, you haven't got it. You can only do what you can only do. You can't make mountains out of molehills. And that's what you're doing. You're making mountains out of molehills over nothing. Even if you haven't got loads of presents for the kids, and you haven't got loads of this, as long as you've got a great Christmas dinner, you've got the kids at the house with you, and everyone's happy, singing songs and watching the old films and watching. You don't need money. You don't need loads and loads of money to be happy. I know people who are millionaires and they're still miserable. I know people who work 7 days a week and they've got living in a £2 million house. They've got about £8 million with the businesses, and all they do is work. Boring as fuck life. The kids don't see the dad. Yeah, Timmy B, thank you, brother. You okay? So yeah, what it is in the world. Scott Thomas, hello, brother. So if you're out, we go shopping a lot, obviously with training and stuff. And with the dogs, and Bob and my brother staying here, and Emma. So we do a lot of shopping. Emma does loads of lovely meals and that. But when you're not shopping, say if you're in a queue, and there's somebody with 3 or 4 kids, they've just picked the kids up, and the kids are all wanting to go to McDonald's or something. And I'm in a queue with about 20 items, and they've only got 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I go on, get through. You know, see another 3 feet. I'll go on, use all you get through before me. So I'm going to be ages. I've got 20, 30 things. Oh, thank you. So you're there going home, so you've done a good deed. You feel good because you've seen the kids in your head going, they're all going, Mum, I'm going to miss the bath, or Mum, I'm going to miss the film. You can need them to want to get going, like your family and the mum and dad and the kids. Go on, guys, you'll get before me. And just buy the little bits of chocolate or for the pictures or something. And the console, you think I've done a good deed there. And then I went to the fish shop today. For the first time I went from 2 years. Bobby and Emma fell asleep because we were looking after the pup last night. And I won't get some packing chips. So I got the packing chips. And I was in there. There was an oldish woman, about 70. And we were talking about the old days. So I remember I used to buy these chip butties. And they were 20 pence for one. 1981 when I left school when I was at college. And I used to get 2 of them. A tin of Coke when I was a young kid. I think it was called. What was that? 16. I think I was 17, coming up for 17. Left school, I was 16 now. And I was telling the old days stuff. And I said you used to get newspaper. You didn't get wrap paper then. You used to get a newspaper, like the Daily Mirror, the Sun, or whatever, paper. They make it into like a poke like that. It's called a poke, and make it into like a cone, like an ice cream cone, and put your chips in, scoop your chips and put your chips in there, pepper, salt and vinegar. You need salt and vinegar, and then you'd be. I said to the woman today, I said, "Are these?" Because there was just some women in there. There was no a black lad coming later. I stood waiting for the sausages and all that stuff. So I said, "Is this fish fresh?" She went, "Oh yes, I know it is. He's ate half the chips." She started laughing her head off. I said, "There's no chips left in there. The fish is ate them all." They were all laughing like they're all behind the counter. So it made them happy for a joke because they're there all day, probably bored, and then told a few jokes and they're talking for 10 minutes till the fish and that was done, and some patties and stuff. And I had a good laugh. And then the oldest woman said, "All right, you know what? I've never laughed so much for ages." She said, just to hear them few things you tell the jokes, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I said, "And you, take care and enjoy your day." So just that little bit of courtesy, and she'll probably go and tell her husband and her kids, and it makes a bit of niceness in their life instead of just sitting there being miserable like that. Fucking I'm talking to anyone, mate. I don't like no one, mate. Fucking Victor Mildred. I'm not talking to anyone, mate. Nice day, yeah. You get them like that, don't you? Instead of just conversation. So I was at Colby Noon about 3 months ago, and there was a young lad sat there. And you could see he looked like he was suicidal. He was like that. His head under his head. And Emma was getting a bit of shopping against another shop. And we go there. We have got the Burger King sometimes. I like the Burger King. I don't like McDonald's, but Burger King's proper meat. Anyway, the lad was there. I said, "You all right?" And he said, "Oh, all that's has done this." And I said, "You all right?" I sat and talked for about 20 minutes, and he went, after I finished talking to him and told him this, that, and the other in life and what they are, and things aren't as much as what you think they are and stuff like that. said, you know what? He said, I feel totally different since I've talked to you. He said, I'm going to walk away from this and make this as a lesson. And that was just a lad sat on a seat outside a shoe shop it was in Colby Young. Just be nice to people, and you get your just desserts because you go to bed and I think at least I've made him feel better. I've made that all in the shop. I'm laughing in the fish shop today. Just be courteous and be nice to people and be nice to each other. You get people like your other neighbours and it looks like it's going to rain. Just make a conversation because you get some people who live on their own. They never see anyone. They might have a little dog. There's a lad I know around this way. He lives on his own. He's got a little dog. I always make a fuss if I see him. I stop him and say, he's doing well. What are you doing? Come on, yeah. Play with the dog. And my dogs play with that. Scrappy used to love it. And you make a conversation. They might stand 20 minutes talking on the night, just walking the dog. And then lovely man. And every time I see him, he drive by and he'll wave at me, and I'll wave back at him. So he lives on his own. So I thought he's on his own. So there's people. There was a woman I was in Tesco's in Colby again, and this lady, she said to me, she was tiny, she's only about 4'8". So could you, I know you're after, you want me to get them. That soap powder off there, don't you? That one, two of the price of one. She went, how did you know that? I said, because I can tell you can't reach there, can you? So I got it off. I said, here, princess, give it a light. And she was, I think she was 81. And she said, I've never been called princess for a long time. Then her daughter come along, she started laughing her head off. You've made the day now, see me? So just that little nice bit of being courteous. Being nice, or you see somebody with a trolley pushing out of the shop, open the door up and say, get yourself out, I'll help you. Just be nice and be courteous to people instead of being like it's all about me, yourself. The world goes round and round and round, Don't look in the back of your window in the car. That's the past. Look in your windscreen, which is the front. Always look ahead. Don't look back and say, I've lost my job. I used to get $2,000 a week. Now when you get 1,500 quid a week, I've lost my 10 grand bonus a year. But you still got a job and you still got a house. And you might not have as much money. Your car might not be as big, but you still look forward all the time. If you keep looking back in the past and all the mistakes you've done, I've done that mistake. Push yourself down and say, well, that's done that. I'm not going to do that again. That mistake I've done today, I won't be doing that again. You might lend money to someone, he never pays you again. Put it down to a living an experience and say to yourself, well, I won't be giving you nothing again because I've learned a lesson. And you know what? In the end, you'll probably be better off without that person, a negative person, putting 20 quid off you or something, saying it was shopping for the kids and then going blowing on drugs. So you're better off than people. Negative people. Don't have negative people around you. Surround yourself with 5 or 6. If you've got, somebody said to me, if you've got 2 or 3 good friends, and you can count your friends on one hand, you're a very rich man or rich woman or rich person, because you don't need loads and loads and loads of friends. And stop being a people pleaser. You can't please everyone. If somebody doesn't like you, they don't want them to talk to you. You go, okay, then have a nice day. Sorry for disturbing you. God bless. Walk off. Or people are just cutting you up in the car. Mate, not cutting you with a knife, but cutting you up. Yeah, you fucking dickhead, you're in the way. And just go, thanks very much. Have a nice day. God bless. Then your hormones stay down. You start driving mad when you get mad. You start driving faster. End up probably knocking somebody over, killing someone because you've got a bit of road rage. Or roid rage is the same type of thing. Taking too many steroids and things like that. But fish cakes, saveloy sausage. Yeah, I like the fish cakes. I'm not really at the saveloy, but I like the sausage, the one with fried. And I used to like the pineapple fritters fried. They were nice, greasy. That's the second one I've had, I think, in 2 years. No, first one I've had. It's the first one I've had, yeah. First time I've been out. I'm going out now. I'm 81 watching, 20 thumbs up. Yeah, so when we were kids, you'd go out and you'd go somewhere and your mum would say, you get all clean, you have your shoes to be done, polish, your little polish brush, clean all your shoes and do everything, go there and you'll be look at you for line you all up, so you're like soldiers, and kids would be there and you would ask, would you like a biscuit? Go, yes, Nana, thanks, Nana. Or Nana, whatever, grandma, whatever you called your mum's mum or your dad's mum. And people got on a lot better, and we used to have bonfire nights. Everyone would get bits of wood. You were allowed to have fires then. I think a lot of them you're not allowed to have them. We'd have a bit of common land where you could park cars on, so we'd use that, but it was grass. It was right next door to our house where it was, and we'd get old doors out the allotments and put them all together, and we'd just have potatoes couldn't afford fireworks. I think we used to get bangers when we were kids and throw them at each other when you were up in 11, 12-year-old, and sparklers for the kids. And we just sit there and you'd have your baked potatoes in there and you'd have the butter and everyone would be talking. You might have a radio music on, or like a ghetto blaster thing. Everyone would just sit there talking. All the neighbourhood would be out. Everyone, we'd lived in like that shape, oblong shape. You could go in it's like a square, but it was an oblong. And you could go in, but you couldn't come out. You'd have to reverse back around and come out. So there'd be about 30 people living in there, maybe all the kids in that. Everyone would be there. Everyone would be out the windows, and everyone would be there at the bonfire. And some people made cakes and stuff like that. And everyone got on with each other, and everyone helped each other. I mean, if you ran out of sugar or something, well, just go and ask Mrs. Jenkins. She'll lend us a cup of sugar till tomorrow. She go, my mum said, can I have a cup of sugar, Mrs. Jenkins? So she'll give it back tomorrow. And she gets paid. She'll go, yeah. Or can you go and get us a couple of tea bags? You might run out 2 days before you get paid or something, or before you get paid off your works. But everyone would help, say, yeah, just come get, if you short me, just let me know. And you used to always, this is another thing you used to get, you don't get it now. You go in shops like Arkwright's, remember on Arkwright, it was in Porridge, Ronnie Barker. You'd have little tiny shops on the corner, and it's gone now because the big industrial markets like your Tesco's, all them ones have took them away, same as the petrol stations. Or you had a little petrol station, one bloke had been working there since his fucking great granddad owned the petrol station, but because the BP and all them have bought into Tesco's and they actually give you cheap and they give you coupons and stuff like that, they've all lost their jobs now. So the rich keep getting richer and the poor get poorer. So you'd get it, go. I've lost my story now. You go out like somewhere, like you say, you'd be at the bonfire, everyone would be there, and people would get paid. People would get a little corner shop. That's it. So people would have a little corner shop, and you'd go, and you wouldn't have enough money. So what you used to do, you just say, "Oh, pay me what days? What is it? Matilda, not bad names, yeah, Doris and all that type of stuff. Doris, what day is it?" And I'll go, Tuesday. I'll give you that on Friday. Tell your mum, you get a tick note, a little tick list. So your mum would go on the Friday and say, what do I owe you on the bill? So because you were short, not that being short, you didn't have enough money, they would say, just pay me on Friday when you get paid. And the people would have little things on the counter, the listing, or a little book saying, oh yeah, 4 eggs, 6 eggs, 50 tea bags or whatever. Because you used to get tea in the old days, you used to get it and you used to wait, put it in, like, you get like, by the ounce, everything. And people would go in the shop and buy stuff like eggs and stuff like that and get it without paying for it, and come back and pay for it. Imagine it now. The people about now, they'd be getting all sorts on tick and not going back and paying it. But people were a lot more trustworthy then. People give the word and the bun then, they'd shake your hand and that would be it. But they do it once, and if anyone found out, they'd tell everyone, oh, he's ripped me off. So everyone would blank him, send him to Coventry, it was called. No one had nothing to do with them. So anyone who was like a con man, a rip-off merchant, everyone would let everyone know what the person was, so somebody else wouldn't be getting caught. And but like I say, everyone had to work then. You had to work. Everybody had to work to get money. Which is the topic talk, mate. Okay. Be Freedom's up there. LZ Edinburgh Moto X. That's my mum said. That's how she used to be. Yeah, that's right, mate. Everyone that I say, no matter what part of the country, Ireland, Scotland, in Wales, even America, they were brought up with manners and politeness. And if somebody came, yes, you go somewhere, and yes, sir, like you'd be talking to a school teacher, yes, sir, no, miss, yes, miss, yes, miss, yes, sir. You'd be like that if you went to the shop. Please, sir, can I have an ounce of Quality Street? Please, sir, I go, hey, mate, can you get me one of them, yo? Tell the talk, they've got no manners now. It's gone, completely gone. You talk like that, and your mum was there, you get a slap off your mum right in front of everyone, and you have a fucking big ear like that, big red ear. If you were cheeky, but we didn't. We wouldn't dare, because our mum would say, this is what our mum would say, you got to out the line a bit, so wait till I get you home, and you'd go, oh, fucking hell, I'm going to get killed, I'm going to get and one of the things you get a good hiding, and then the worst thing was, you'd be in your bedroom now. You'd be in your bedroom, and I'm not on about a bedroom with a fucking computer and a satellite telly and PlayStations and fucking all the other fucking things and mobile phones and sat navs and fucking whatever and all these games you play and fucking all that stuff. and fucking computers and fucking mega box or whatever the fuck they call it. All these different things you watch films on. You had a bedroom. You had a blanket. It was like an army blanket. It was dead itchy, and you'd have these other sheets. They were like cotton, and they'd be blue, white, and red or something. They'd go on. You'd have a candle wick. It was called bedspread, but went on the top. And it was freezing in the bed. There was no 7 like it is now. It was none like that. You just had a fire, coal fires on, and you couldn't afford to have them all in the house. So you'd have one downstairs in your living room, just a coal fire on, and you'd have to go to bed, and you'd have to wear them, put them itchy blankets on. You get up itching all over the fucking place because the itch looked like mad. They came from the army. The army a lot of them gave them out after the war finished, and people got blankets because it was freezing cold. John Cosworth, mate. There was a scrap in our local chippy, but a fish got battered. Yeah. Badness. Judge T's on. Mickey, I can stick my name good and I never burn bridges unless you have no choice. Yeah. Years ago, Peter Gentleman's word was his bond. It meant most people would rather get beat in a fight or something if they can't trust him because he shook you on. I'll give you my word now. That money, what are you say you borrow £100, I'll have that money on my mother's grave. And it meant the world to people if you said that. People say that within on my kids' lives. I swear the kids' lives over anything. I swear down, I never took the milk out of the fridge. I swear my kids' lives. I swear that wasn't me who done that. I swear my kids' life every day of the week. That's the worst thing that could be done now. People swearing on their own kids' lives. And God forgive them if the kid was taken from them, even though it probably has nothing to do with swearing on their lives. You'd never forgive yourself. So I think you should, people, whoever says that, shouldn't say it unless they really mean it. Arterial Mint Machine, Peter DeVox, Colin Maguire, little Colin. You're all on tonight, yeah. Liverpool people will tell you, most people that, and Maguire's Irish name. You did as you're told. Your mum would say, right, you'd have to be in on the night at 10 o'clock because the lights went on at 10. In America, I was watching Stranger Things. It was in the 80s. Great series. It's like the kids in it. It's like in the 1980s. But just like us on chopper, I was on chopper bike, my mate was on chopper bikes and that. And they're going out and investigating, doing things. It's really, really good. You want to watch that if you can watch it. And the manners are the same. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Not the police. You wouldn't dare. You would not dare be cheeky to the police. You wouldn't say, fuck off, you black fuckers. No, like you would, though, if you're right up the other end of the street and couldn't see you. You'd go, fuck off. No, but if you're right in front of them, you wouldn't dare say no. And you'd see the cops and you would run. You would run even though you'd done nothing wrong. You were scared. They'd walk around. They used to have a dark black uniforms. They used to call them black bastard, mean the uniform, not the skin colour. And they'd have a white shirt and they used to have a big helmet on. So you had to be 6'1" or more to be in the police force. So with the helmet on, you're right up here. So the height of them, they're massive. They walk around, they were all like strapping blokes. They were not like they are now. Loads of them are just thin, little fucking skinny things now. They were big, strong fucking blokes, like rugby players type builds. And they'd, come on, Cockerill, get yourself home. Oh, yes, sir. No, sir. You'd be like that. You wouldn't dare fucking to if you had the police at your house. Or Catholic, if you're a Catholic and you had the priest at your house. Oh, you were in trouble. You'd be in for weeks. Well, I'm on about the dads. I'm on about the dads getting drunk and the wives not getting the money for the kids to pay the bills, and the Catholic police would come around and say, why aren't you giving Mrs. Jenkins the money? You worked all week. I'm telling you, Tommy Johnson, you need to pay you need to put money in on the table and put food on the table, not drink it in the pub all day. Or get home and go in the pub and show them the pub and probably slap them in the face. And they wouldn't dare. They'd be petrified. A little old bloke, because obviously the man of God, would petrify the Catholic priest, and they would just do as they're told. Get home now and get your kids fed. Show them up in the pub. And they'd all laugh at them, the lads behind the back, and they'd turn around the priest and put their heads down. They wouldn't dare laugh in front of the priest. This is the God's truth. Monkey shaking. Back. Sorry, phone call. No problem. Somebody, as Bobby said, the invisible man's at the door for you, Brian. I says, tell him I can't see him. Okay, the invisible man's at the door, Brian. Tell him I can't see him. You meant to be very funny. Sorry, bud, didn't you? Yeah, 100%. Crap, man. Yeah, Timmy B. So, Scott Thomas, Bill Williams. Does cloud do when it gets an itch? It finds the nearest skyscraper. I like that one. Nice to meet you today, lads in the room. Oh, Paul, I seen you at the fishy. I was just coming out. I was going to mention you today. I seen this lad coming out. He's in a big, massive lorry. I was fucking nearly fell off the pavement getting up, shaking his hand. Shook his hand outside the bed. There's one proving you there. Coming on here. Never met them. Paul Henderson. It must be because he said his name was Paul. Met you at the. It was nice to meet you. I'm in the lads in the wagon. Yeah. I've just said that before you put that on there, mate. So. Yeah, I seen him outside the fish shop. I said, "Hey, you mate, brother? You're welcome to. Really pleased to meet you." Shook his hand. And he said, "I watch all your stuff on here." Yeah, in my heart there, I said to him, I met a lovely lad around there. So he stopped and talked to me and put his hand up, shook my hand. It's nice. It's nice to know people like the podcast and the shows we all use coming on. There's 103 on already tonight in 26 minutes. All sitting listening to I just give good advice to people. And when I talk to people who go to doctors and they go, right, you go to a doctor and you've got to wait fucking weeks sometimes to get an appointment. You get in there and you give you 15 minutes. So you'll go, this is what you got to do. You've got to take these tablets and what they do, blah, blah, blah. He'll talk to you. Don't be obtuse and don't be this and don't be that. They'll come out with all these ways and think, what the fuck are you talking about? Tell me in English layman terms like council estate people talk. So they haven't got people like that in them type of offices. They've got people like I was on drugs for years. I was on nothing for 20 years. I was on crack. I was on coke. I was on fucking ecstasy. I was out fighting all the time, attacking drug dealers, getting in trouble all the time, getting locked up for this, that, and the other, fucking kidnappings, armed robberies, attempted murders, fucking all sorts. But it's not worth it. It isn't worth it. And that's why I did the one last night. It's a great watch last night where it's about going to prison, how you get arrested, how you end up. And it's not good because once you start going to them jails, you start getting to hang around with your friends and the people you're in jail with, and they're all criminals. So they start teaching, no, you don't beg the house like that. What you do is you do this. You don't pinch your car like that, you do this. So you then come out, a white-collar crime like a shoplifter. You come out fucking top of the range, bear bang on beggar any house, or pinch any car. Well, that's not fucking good. So the government need to change the policy. And like I said last night, people in other countries are actually getting jail. But what they're doing, it's a great idea because it costs £50,000 a year roughly to keep you in jail, but another £50,000 by the time they put you in the jail. So it's £100,000 a year for somebody to be in jail for a year. So what they're doing in Holland and places, in other places, they let them keep the job. So that way they keep their own house. So that way, if you went into jail, you've got to remember this as well. So if you've got 3 or 4 kids, your wife's got to claim dole money for 4 kids and herself. So that's 5 money going out to pay for the food, the bill for the heating, the kids' shoes and trainees and getting to school and buses and fucking things like that and paying for trips and stuff like that for the kids and stuff. So what they're doing, some countries in Europe, I know we're in Europe, but softer like Holland and places like that, what they do is you get jailed, but you're allowed to keep your job and they even give you your car. So what they do, I think in some place in Germany they do it as well. So you go to jail for you go to jail for a year. But in that year, you go out, you come out every day, you get in your car and you drive to work. The same job that you've got on the house, they keep it for you because then they'd have to employ somebody else. So the system fucks it right, everything up. So this way, you're still paying for your mortgage, your bills, your gas, your electric, your water. Your wife can't claim because you're still working on your full-time job and they let you work the full 8, 9, 10 hours what you're working. 4 or 5 days a week, you can get extra time as well on a Saturday and stuff. And that way, the prison service is not going to be buckled under. There's that much money getting spent on keep people in jail. If you did it the way they're doing it, it's working as well because they say when they were talking to them, I was listening to them and studying in the body language, watching them. He said, but when you're coming back, he said, you're deflated, you're gutted because you're out here and you think, oh, you live around the corner. But if you go to your wife's house and get caught, you do the full jail and the proper jail and you lose your job, and also you'll lose your house because you can't pay the mortgage. You can't not pay your mortgage for a year. So it's I think it's a fantastic idea what they've come up with. It's been going on for a while, and it works more because you're going out every day and you're near the area. You've got to go back to and they lock you back in the cell type of thing. It's harder to do the jail, and it seems like a year feels like 4 years. They say. So the ones who The other ones prefer to be just banged up in a jail and slop out all the same shit every day because they like all that stuff, getting in trouble and pinching stuff. So like some people would like to keep their houses, they might get into a fight, and if someone is so right, you get a year jail for assault or an affray, but you'll keep your job, you can have your car, and you keep your wages, and you don't meet your wife, you don't see her, but she comes round at the weekend and you see them. I think they have like visits where they can stay in the same room for so many hours, obviously to have sex and things like that. I think it works brilliant because your kids are missing you because they come and see you, then they're going back again. So it's still the heartstrings start pulling for the people with the kids going and the crying for the dad at the end of the visit type of thing. But in England, they just bang you up and they fucking lock you in there. Now, if you've done that to a dog, what they've done to Charlie Bronson, I don't know if you'd agree with me. 50 fucking years he's done in jail nearly. 50 years. You've done that to a dog. There'd be a fucking outcry in the streets all over the world. People would be an outcry. Locking a dumb animal in a cage for 50 years. Well, he's a grown man, intelligent man. He's been locked in a cell nearly 50 years, 5 decades. You go to jail for murder. Paedophiles killed two children. Got 20 years. They were out after 10. How can they justify not letting him out when he's done 50 years? He's never murdered anyone. He's been in armed robberies and he's kicked off in it, fight for people, broke people's jaws and things. But to me, I would rather have 1,000 Charlie Brunsons out than one paedophile any day of the week. That's just my thoughts on it. Because he wouldn't hurt kids, he wouldn't hurt normal people, same as myself. And people come to fight, you never fight. It's different. It's totally different. You have to fight to win. You can't stand there like people throwing punches at you, not fucking have a go back. You just look like you're going to get hurt really bad, get killed. Just turn this fire off, guys. Can't. So much you have to let them fucking plug out or plug there. That's that. Please don't plug it on. The whole computer will go off. Oh, thank God. So you do good deeds, good things happen. My hands are freezing because the nerve damage in the vertebrae what I've had done in my neck. I've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all chiselled out, all calcified bone that was built up in them. But my spinal cord took out and put back in, and new vertebrae put back in, plastic ones. And I've had 2 titanium rods each side with screws and nuts and bolts and all sorts. And I've had screws put in the bone of the vertebrae. It's all right, but the backs of them have snapped. So they've took them out and put plastic ones in the back and then screwed screws into the back of me. And then I've had another one done the bottom spinal stenosis and L4 and L5. So I'm fucking walking full of nuts and screws and bolts. And I'm not else. Yeah, I didn't go on the airport. I think it's titanium. It is. Yeah, 101 on. Don't forget, push the like buttons, guys. 33 fingers. Come on. Don't have me going back to being audible. I'll break your fingers. Now just push the like buttons where you just say thumbs up just for doing the channel. It's just for people to see it and think, well, he must be doing good because loads of people are liking the channel and leave a little comment. But if you subscribe to the channel, Monkey Shake, and if you subscribe to the channel, it doesn't cost anything. All we do is it gives us more subscribers. If people think, well, they've got 35,000, we'll watch their channel. Because we're only trying to help people in the community. We're only trying to help people around the world. We've saved 78 people from committing suicide and going to hang themselves and taking overdoses and going to shoot themselves and things like that. So we've done that in the last four years, me and Emma, right around the world. From Australia, I talked to one lad who was going to jump off a bridge in Australia. I did one, there's the pub, and on the phone 5 hours to him, talked him down. He watches the channel as well still. Back of friends, it's good to see how you change thoughts, your life. Brian, and interesting guy. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's nice. Sometimes you can make a mistake after mistake, take drugs, and then some days you can just go, whoa, wait a minute. I've had enough of this. And that's what happened to me. I woke up one day, I thought, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not taking no more drugs. I'm not getting in the fights no more. I'm not getting attacked no more. I've had enough. I've had enough. I can't do it no more. Going to bed thinking bad things you've done, stuff in your head. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to change my life around. So I found Jesus. I've always believed in Jesus all my life since I was a kid. Loved all the old films when I was a kid. So Tony Grange, Emma, Carl Valerie, Bobby, a couple of Emma's friends were there. Dumped me in the sea. Come out of there. think it's, I don't know, it's how many years ago now? Well, 2.5, 3 years ago. 3 years, I think it is. 3 years, and I just thought, that's it. I have to stop the drugs. It was September the 20th when I had last took crack, and ran out the 21st. Yeah, 20. So about the 20th, ran out the 21st, and I went to have another go. And I've got this thing in me, like this thing, like I don't know, Jesus or whatever. I can't do no more. I did have a lot left. I threw it on the toilet, flushed it, and I've never ever touched it since. Never touched it since. I've never once woke up and thought, I'm going to go back on it. Not once. I did it loads of times. I'll go, right, that's it. I'm off it. I'm finished. I'll go off it for a month and go, wait a minute. I've beat it. I've done it for a month. I can do 30 days, 28 days, 30 days. I can have a go tonight. I'll never get back on it. I'll get it 100 quid to it. Just get it 100 quid. Have 100 quid. Have it. Do it all in go. I'll get another 100 because once you're on it, you fucking one goes too many and 1,000 never enough. Another 100, another 100. 5 grand for 4, 5, 6 days later. 5 grand gone. All lost wages in a week. All gone. 5 grand. And the people who your friends come around when you're making that type of money, they all sit about taking gear with you. Oh, you're the best ever. You taking ecstasy, paying for the drinks, alcohol, all that shit. And then when they'll go, can I borrow 100 quid or something? Can I get a bit off you? And you go, yeah, just give it back on Friday when you get paid or whatever. And then they get paid Friday because they're addicted to themselves. Their money goes straight back on the crack. You never see them again. So you lose money. Done that to hundreds of people. And just, you just woke up. You only just get a shock. I think that's it. I've had enough now. Some people have been nearly killed, have been shot. And they've got up and said, you shouldn't be here no more. Well, that's happened to me quite a few times where I've been shot at. They've missed me. I've been shot, but it's been too far away from me when they've hit me. It's only been pellets off a shotgun. I've had people stab me, hit me with bars, hit me with pokers, fucking metal bars, all sorts of things. Stab wounds all over me, 76 stitches in one location in one house in Middlesbrough. Where the gang jumped me, battered me with baseball bats and hammers and stuff. But I still got back up. My leg was fucking half hanging off the bottom of my leg. It was all fucking big hole up with a machete. But I still got back up. So definitely God's been with me, because anyone else, the doctor said, I can't see anyone else getting up from that. I can't, as a doctor myself, we're talking to, as a doctor, now you've been battered that much, your bruising's going to be black and blue. It's not going to be normal bruising. And he said, so it's horrific, the injuries you've got, but there's not one single bone broken in your body. So that's a miracle. You've been hit over the head. I've got big holes all over my head with hammers and everything. None of your skull's been fractured or anything. So just it's just super lucky. But, I don't think it's lucky. I think God's been looking after me. And what maybe my purpose and my call now was coming. And when I was got saved on the hospital table when they brought me back again, when they did the operation on my neck, I passed out on the thing and they brought me back round. It's definitely here, I think, to come on and talk to people like you lot, to try and educate people and tell them the mistakes I did, taking the drugs. It's not a good thing. You start taking it, you think, I've been off for a month, I can have another go. Yeah, as soon as you have one go, both of you back on it, and then the paranoia, you're like, shh, what's that? Somebody's at the window. Shh. Listen, you go, and you can't even, you're not even in your sit like that, dead tense going, listening, looking for people. It's fucking, people look out windows, and you look out the window for ages, you look and think, so that's somebody there, and there's no one there, because you're looking, your mind starts believing what you're seeing and what you're thinking in your brain. The paranoia comes in, it's fucking horrible. It's the worst feeling in the world. You're better off dead than having that feeling. It's horrible. So yeah, it's horrible. Drugs aren't good at all. They are when you first take them, you think you're great. But then when you start getting used to them, the drugs then start getting you paranoid. I know loads of people have killed themselves on that crack. Loads have hanged themselves. Loads and loads. Hundreds of people. It's not a good drug. It's not a good thing. No drugs are good. What breeds a new pup? He's black. All black. Long-haired German Shepherd. He's huge. He's huge already. He's so intelligent. He's running in the morning, you get the ball, and he'll pick the ball. It's got a little, you get a little plastic thing on it to hold it on the counter. He picks it up by that, his teeth, and runs over and gives it me a hand. Leave. I'll do that. Leave. Down. And you just sit like that, and he sits like a proper soldier. Now, his great-great-grandma and his great-great-granddad were all in Afghanistan and Iraq. They were all, one were there for the RAF, and one was with the army, and what they were, his great-grandparents Well, the ones who've got snipers, for snipers, because they have them all black because you can't see the foot. I've stood up last night. I stood on his little pot. I felt fucking terrible, but you can't see him. He's pure black, and his ears, one of his ears is up like that, and the other one keeps falling down because he's only a baby. Oh, he's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the fair, you can see the quality in him. So whenever I went to get him from Leeds, the lads, they're all like army people, so they got to keep the dogs. The one about his great grandma and granddad. So he's come from them, a line of army dogs, all on war hero dogs. So he said, go to the little girl. He said, the little girl, say Susan or something. Susan, go out there and hide round the back and go over the other garden and get out the way and hide. So she's gone over like round the back, so the dog's seen her go around the back, and then she's sneaking on the front of the window so he can't hear her, can't see her. And she's gone over the other side of the road. And anyway, he says, go and see her, go and find her, seek. So he ran out the front door, but he got to the road and he stopped like that, and he went, look both sides like that. She said, I couldn't believe it. He just like, fucking Green Cross Road, man. Look both sides and boom, straight across the roadway. Started sniffing near the bin, she said. She must have put her hand on the bin when she's gone. Woof, woof, barking. And the next minute he went, go and find her. Go and get her and bring her back. So she's hid round the back, near a shed. And he's gone on the side and he's got her by a belt on her coat. And he's pulling her out just gentle and bringing her back around to the owner. Which is just amazing. And that's how they get the snipers. They'll go seek. They'll sell them certain commands where they'll go for the neck, or not to kill them type of thing, or they'll just go, like they'll go for the calf. They'll bite your calf clean off, like the muscle in your calf. They'll bite right through it and it comes off. And once your calf's off, you can't run. Or your leg's been bitten really bad at the bottom, like your Achilles tendon, you can't run, you can't do nothing. So then they'll do that deliberately so they can question them, he said, and talk to them and get information from them. Black Alsatians, like a rare breed, they're very hard, they're very expensive as well. So, but when you get them in the dark, I can't see him in my bedroom, and I've got that little light on the corner for him, and you can still, you can't see him. It's pitch black, black as black. Hangman audits. Hello, minute there, mate. Hope you're okay, son. John Swinston. Cheers, brother. Freedom. Bro. Not hope. Craft going well. Hangman audits. Just going through a few things here. Please hit the like buttons. Freedom's telling you again. Jimmy B, yeah, come on, guys. There's only 43 on. We can get up to 100 on here. Get the like buttons pushed. Does the trolls head in? And it makes us feel better because people care about the channel. But yeah, it's just nice there. Paul, I say I've seen him today at the fish shop. I was just telling you about the fish shop before he came on. Mad that. Scott Thomas always get, I hate this, but for me, Brian, I always talk sense and I know what you're talking about, and I get the impression you are an educated man and someone who will read, etc. Yeah, but what I do, I'm not the best reader. What I do, Scott, I'll get on the phone and you can push the woman talks to you. And when you've got dyslexia like me, it's hard for me because you use a lot of your brain to read, so you don't have much to maintain what the information you've got. So what I do, if I watch a film, I'll retain about 90% of what I've watched, maybe sometimes more. I'll watch a film once and I'll watch it again 10 years later and I can tell you what they're going to say and you get all the time I'm right. I've just got that nearly photographic memory. And I also got that when you're listening to it, you're not using your brain to read it. So you can take more in your brain. You can take more in, especially with dyslexia. I mean, it may say you think because you've got a little dyslexia. People like Rod Stewart, Simon Cowell, Bill Gates. Was it Bill Gates? I think it was one of them. Bill Gates. One of them two. The other one, Bronson. He's dyslexic. Elton John, Simon Cowell. Can't remember his name. Scottish singer. Rod Stewart. He's dyslexic. So was Winston Churchill. So was Leonardo da Vinci. So was Albert Einstein. Cleverest man, one of the cleverest people ever lived. So your brain sees things different. So you look at a B or a P and it'll go into a B. And some people can't read the writing, so what you have to do, you've got to have like a green coloured paper to see through because the words jump up in the move. And then some people have got to have red glasses on. They can see through the red glasses, and they can see the screen jumps up at the end. You can read the thing better. So yeah, they found out we were getting better for people. Years ago, they used to put you in a thick class, think you were thick, put them out really sticky. You know, he's not listening. How do you spell JCB, Brian? I don't know. I said, you used to stand you on a chair when you were a kid, well, 11, 10-year-old, 10, 11-year-old. Stand on that chair, you've got it wrong. If you get this wrong, you have to stand on the fucking table. So you'd be stood on the table in front of 30 kids in the classroom, everyone laughing at you on the table. You can't do something if you can't do it. But they're known. They were ignorant then. They were proper ignorant. They didn't know it was an illness. But you can't help it if you've got something like that. It's like having asthma. You can't help it. You smoking? No. No, I've never smoked. I tell you, I smoked once, showing off to two girls on a skateboard. That was great. I went, fucking throat like the fucking exorcist, all fucking food coming out of my mouth and everything. I thought, how can anyone tell me that's nice smoking a fag? I'm gagging for a pint. I'm gagging for a same as drink, fucking whiskey, fucking vodka. Don't mind a bit of Bacardi if it's full of Coke. Not the Coke, Pepsi Coke. But I can't. Animator where Eli. Animator Eli's just been told off me for his jumping up, biting Bobby's bum. Getting the shot, but he loves playing the game, biting the back of the bags. But I was fucking freezing. I was trying to get in, getting the dog in, and Emma was getting bits and bobs in. Yeah, he's not bad. Just watching on. So tired last week. You know what I'm in order to? You know what? There's a lot of people who've got some type of virus. I think it's a bit of a COVID or something. And I went to bed last week, and I went to bed I thought I'll lie down for an hour. It was 3 o'clock. I got up the next day. I've been asleep for like fucking 15 hours, 16 hours asleep. Couldn't believe it. When I got up, I felt better. The only thing in my neck, it cracks like mad. It's like it packs the crisps in my neck. So in the middle of the night, I'm in bed, especially when it's the quiet at night, when there's no noise. Because noise travels faster at night because there's no other noise to stop it. When you hear the daytime, bin men in cars and lawnmowers and fucking people working in the street and cars going up and down, lorries and airplanes and things. So it definitely it knocks that out, it blocks it out. But the least little thing in the night time you'll hear like an alarm go off. Fuck's sake, woke me up, and you wake up. And one of them people that wake up at the least little tiny noise I wake up at. I think I've trained my brain like that because of all the trouble I've had over the years and stuff. Yeah, but side's killing me now as I'm talking. It's throbbing like mad, but just got to keep plodding on. I'm in it. So sometimes you can get in with people say, have a bit of coke. They're not your friends. And if you ever get off drugs and they come around and say, it's the drug, you're getting some gay this week. You won't believe it. It's the same stuff we had in the 80s, old school. Con the arse, you buy it and it's full of fucking speed or something. It's just a con. There's no fucking coke like it was in the 80s. In the 80s, it was proper cocaine. In the 70s, it was called Charlie after Prince Charles this year. Because I reckon he was fucking on it himself. That was the rumour going around. Now he's the King of England. So it's called Charlie, that's why they named it. That was one of the theories. Because they were taking it like high up at the aristocrats, which is like the toffee nose fuckers in like France and places like that. And then the next, I think it was 1660. I think it can't make me out. You know, they had the thing of the Bastille, where they stormed the Bastille was the jail. They used to put people in there. Louis the 16th, I think it was, the 13th. He fucking stabbed the people. I think it was 1666, and he stabbed the people, and they got no food to do it. So it's like what's going to happen with us soon. It's going to be a fucking uprising in this country. I can see it happening. So they stinged the Bastille, killed all the people, killed all the guards and the soldiers. And then they got the guillotine out and used to cut their heads off for the royalty, chop their heads off, and they could have to get this to England. It'd be a safe haven to get out of France, and that went on for a long time. Anyone with money, they called each other citizen, but like the Russians did, like communists, and they did that because they were getting starved. And you know yourself, that people are going to be getting kicked out of the houses soon with these news. My mortgage has gone up from £300 odd to fucking £900 odd in fucking 9 months, which is scandalous. I'm really struggling to pay it. So I know I can feel for people out there because there's people losing their minds with it. They're getting put in the streets, and what are people going to do if they're going to get kicked out? They're going to go and burgle another house. They're going to go and burgle more stuff. So if you're taking the houses off people, you're going to create a rod for your back because there's nowhere for someone to live. So what will they do? Even the normal man he's never been in trouble in his life, can see his 3 or 4 kids starving his wife, he'll go out and rob someone. He'll go out and rob shops, he'll burgle, he'll pinch cars, he'll go to bed, he'll find anything just to make money, to put food on the table, and that's instinct in the human being. I'm not letting my fucking kids starve, even if I have to rob someone, I have to do it. And that's what people are doing, they're selling drugs. So the government are pushing people in a corner like rats. And rats, if you keep pushing a rat into a corner, it'll come back, or you keep kicking a dog, that dog's going to come back and bite you. And this is what's happening now. People are starving, and people are really desperate, and people are on the streets. There's nowhere to go for people, because the world's got that many people in it. And there's people. I read an article the other day. There was somebody from a foreign country, and not going to be racist nothing, and they've got 10,000 people from somewhere abroad, and he made 65 million fucking pounds smuggling 10,000 people in over a 2-year period. They had something like 2,000 boats bringing them in. It was in the paper the other day. I'm not sorry, I'd seen it on YouTube or Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. What can I call it? When we look at Google, that's at Google on Google, and he did 65 million fucking pound. He made over 2 years, bringing 10,000 people across the border on the boats from France into Germany and all different places into Germany, and from France into England and places like that. So they're doing it now. That's it. More people are making more money by smuggling people in the air doing drugs. The people pay them for what they need. And a lot of what's happened, and one brought it on top, one died. I don't know what river it was, and he died in the sea or the river, and they brought it all on top of him. It's like anything. When somebody dies, it has to, like, before, they do it all the time, don't they? There'll be warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings. Someone's going to die, but before they do anything, someone's got to die first, which is sad. Someone has to give their life up because the government won't fucking do anything about it, because it's detrimental to the money. They're putting money up all the time, houses up all the time, electric, the gas, the water. Your wages don't go up. Your wages go up 1%, but the fucking infrastructure goes up 30, 40, 50%. The shops, how can Tesco's need to be double the price they were 2 years ago? How does that work out? How can that work out? How are they paying more? How are they paying more, that much more money for something that was £1? It's now £2. Just a big con again to get people to pay more money. That's all they do. They just con you, and people just sit there, just like sheep, and they sit there and take it and take it and take it, and then they just come back like the Bastille. That's what's going to happen. People are going to start having their own little gangs. They'll saying, right, we'll buy this area. It'll be like in America where they're doing it now. In America, they've been doing it for about 30, 40 years in America. There'll be about 100 in a clan, and they'll all get together and say, right, we're getting this. These are educated men, bankers, managers, fucking school teachers, and what they're doing, they're buying land between them, and they're building churches on there, and they're building their own, like, a community for themselves. They're not like David Kirshon, who was on there and was fighting the police and shooting them. But they're like people like that, like a cult. That's the word, like a cult. But they're all like Quakers and things like that. So they're on there, not hurting anyone, but they're all fences up, and they're allowed to, they're allowed to in the what's it called, the rights, the Bill of Rights. I think it's not the Bill of Rights. What the fuck's it called? Not the Magna Carta. I don't think it was. In their constitution, the constitution in theirs, you're allowed to bear arms, you're allowed to have a firearm, you're allowed to shoot somebody if they're on your land and kill them. That's their policy over there. And somebody breaks it out. I remember a bloke, he was 85-year-old, his wife was 90-year-old, he was in bed. Some blank broke in his house, a 32-year-old, been done for about 60 burglaries over the years. So the old man jumped up and grabbed the knife and stabbed him in the kitchen, killed him. He was petrified with his wife, she was paralysed in the legs. And he was 85, he got remanded in jail. There was an outcry in the streets in England. Everyone was going, phoning up the prisons, phoning up the government. Anyway, they let him out, and it came out that he'd been burgling houses for years, about 20 years or something. No, sorry, 5 years or something. And he'd been bought 60 houses or something, 5 years he'd done. And the old man was an ex-Navy, in the Navy, he was boxer in the Navy. He was in jail for about 3 months, I think it was, but they let him out on the appeal. And it came out, like I say, the lad. So you're not allowed to go over the top. If you get somebody coming in your house, you'll hold them down and phone the police. Why are you going to hold somebody down if you're old and you're frail and they're a lot bigger and stronger, and you're not going to be able to do that? So you're going to pick something up and you're going to use it. Because I fucking certainly would if somebody come to my house and try to hurt my wife or dogs or fucking myself. You have the right to defend your property. In Englishman homes is castle. You know, we shall fight them on the beaches, Winston Churchill. We shall fight them in the streets. We shall fight them in the landing fields. We shall fight them in the and we shall never, never, ever give in. And that's what he said. Never has so many or to so few in the field of human conflict, which means them RAF pilots, there were something like 5-1 against us, 4-1, 4 to 5-1 pilots against us. Some of them pilots were only 16, 17, 18 years old. They went up there, and the great people don't realise it was a great, the ones in the great Battle of Britain was fought in the sky. If it wasn't for them RAF lads who did it, we wouldn't have won the war. They would have wiped us out. And they thought they could just bombers and bombers and bombers. Blitzkrieg, it was called. Blitzkrieg means lightning strike, lightning war. So what they'd go in, they'd come in with massive bombers, boom, 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 bomb. And that'd be finished. Then the tanks would come in. The tanks would go out right the way around like Poland and blast it and blast it and blast it. And then behind the tanks, the infantry would come through. He run Europe. It was a 5-year nearly by doing that same move, Blitzkrieg, and nearly won the war. If he would have never done the same mistake as Napoleon did, Napoleon tried to go through Russia and beat the Russians, but the Russian winter is one of the most coldest countries in the world, and all the horses frozen, the food, the men that died, and he did the exact same mistake Hitler. He went through, he should have come straight through to Britain, wiped us out, he would have wiped us out, and we wouldn't have had a chance. Them jackboots would have been in Britain, would have been finished. So he thought, I'll come back later, we'll just bomb them from the air, we'll easy beat the Brits. We'll bomb them, we'll just bomb them. We wouldn't give them Cockneys, we've got some bottom right on the wall, up you, Hitler and all stuff, and we're not giving in, we're never going to give in. But the good thing for they had the railways, so they would be in there underground as like bunkers, and see a lot saved by the tunnels that were built years ago. England, Brunel Kingdom, I can't remember his name. Somebody will tell me it. He was the cleverest road builder and engineer, built the biggest ships and things. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. He was really intelligent. He used to build bridges, and something like 600 people were dying building the bridges. Dynamite. So it's phenomenal what they've done. And I'm going off track a bit, but just these people, what we've got with our country, what we've had, like Winston Churchill. Mega people who got bottled beyond belief. Winston Churchill wasn't just a bloke who worked in Parliament and become the Prime Minister. He was in the Boer War fighting against the Zulus and the Dutch and the Germans. He was a journalist, but he got stuck in the war. They put £25 on his head to kill him. That was the reward. £25 of them days. You put thousands and thousands of pounds. You're talking about. But he had a really, really tough man, Winston Churchill. People don't realise what these people have done. Some people in this country, we just take it for granted what people have done to help us. All the people who give their lives in the war, in the First War and the Second War. In the First World War, we lost something like 10 million people were killed. 10 fucking million people. Scotland only has 5 million. So the whole of Scotland, the whole of Ireland, the whole of Ireland and Scotland together was wiped out in the war. The First World War, fucking 10 million people, terrible. I think it was 5 million Germans and 5 million of us. Terrible things what they made people do, and all because somebody had an argument in another country against them. Fucking crazy. And then he did it again, the Second World War. More fucking shit. You get all these big posh ones, MPs and all that fuckers. You go to war, go on, you young lads. Well, you're brave, you're great, you. And they're sat at home smoking cigars, building fucking helicopters and rockets and weapons of mass destruction and fucking stuff. Building them here. Never mind building them in fucking other countries, but never even had the weapons of mass destruction. It was all of this shit so they could get the black oil. The black gold, was the oil. That's what it was about. What it was all about. It was nothing to do with weapons of mass destruction. There was never ever one weapon of mass destruction found. That was an illegal war they were in there. Really, really bad. I mean, they should have went in, wiped out the first time they went in. The very first time they went in, they should have went right across it instead of going back twice, because he was never going to stop doing it. Saddam Hussein what he was doing. But they should have wiped him out the very first time, not the second. And all them people's lives were taken because of all the fucking... It's all, when there's a war on, the governments make a fortune. When there's COVID's on, the governments make a fortune. When there's a virus on, the governments make a fortune. Them things what you get, the jobs. My friend works there. They cost £5 to make. They cost £450. The government, for every person who has a job, it costs £450. every person. £450, it's millions at it. So no wonder all the fucking money and everything's gone up. All the food's gone up and everything. That's why it's gone, because of that. So all the fucking money's gone. Something that costs pennies to make, but costs £450 when the administrator to you. Who do you think pays for that? Us lot, us taxpayers. We're paying for something most of us don't even take. Anyone? Any questions? Anyone? Before I keep ranting all night. I think I'm saying a lot of things on here where most people agree with. Some people might not understand it. Some, mate, yeah, it's Jimmy. You'll always get somebody coming on. You can never ever listen. In the world, right? Abraham Lincoln said, "You can please some of the people. You can please some of the people some of the time." He was the first president of America. He was the best president of America. Could you? I don't know if he was the first, but I think he was the best. Abraham Lincoln. He said, "You can please some of the people some of the time. You can please most of the people most of the time. No, you can fool. Was not older. Yeah, you can please most of the people most of the time. You can please most of the people most of the time. You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all of the time." And he's right. You can never get everyone to be on the page where you can't get everyone like you. But when you're saying something that's true, and you're telling the truth, you've got to listen to these people, even if you can't stand them. You know, even if like Man United, they were the best football team in the world at one time. They're nowhere near now. Manchester City are the best. So you've got to give them credit because they've come up and they're a better team now. So you get people that I won't. You've got to look at things logically and think, yeah, he's right about that. Even though you might not like the person, they might be telling you the truth. So, and because you like somebody else better than him, you'll agree with that person. That's not right. You should agree with what's right. But you can never get everyone. I can come on here and talk. Loads of people can come on like me. Loads of people can not like me. It doesn't bother me if you like me or not like me. I'm still speaking the truth to you and telling you what's right. But if you don't want to believe it, it's up to you. You can listen to what I've got the words to say. Listen to them. If you think they're rubbish, just throw them away in your head. But obviously, most of the things I do talk about, I do know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't come here ranting and raving about something. Someone pulls me, asks me any question, I'll answer it. Because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Scott, Thomas, people smuggling don't care. They just want the people money. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting, mate. And them little kids that are drowned in livers and seas. Oh, and the McIntyre, the documentary, I can't remember what it was now. Spain it was, and it was next to Africa, the place. They were coming over in boats. But I never went down to where the sea was, because there was like 4,000 to 3,000 bodies getting washed up a day, where they were at on the banks in the river or the sea or wherever it was. I never went down to the beach. I didn't go. I'm not going down there seeing little kids in that. So it wouldn't be there. Sleep at night seeing that. It's not for me. Yeah, fucking next clicking like mad. Mark Emerson, how's the pup doing? He's doing brilliant there, Mark. Thank you very much, mate. He's looking absolutely amazing. He's jet black. Like coal he's like, and his little face beautiful. His fucking teeth. A man's just starting to recover. Sharp as a fucking razor. His teeth. He's throw the ball. He brings it straight back here, and goes sit. He just sits like that, like a proper soldier. Go down. You just sit down. Give you a paw. Give you his paw. Put that. Put it in my mouth. Eat it. So what he does now, he won't eat nothing hardly, and that's to chew it, which is a good thing. I'll chew it first and get the saliva out of my mouth on this. And they eat like wolves. That's what they are. They're that close to a wolf. He lies the same. He'll eat out the mouth, but he won't eat. If I have he loves pikelets, or people call them crumpets. So they both love it. So if I give them it that, they won't eat it. But if I do that, touch it with my mouth, and the saliva's in, they'll smell it and then eat it, which is a good thing. That's how you get your dogs not to eat other people gives them food, they won't eat it. Just take off one person, that stops them getting people and poisoning them over the back fence and stuff. They'll smell it and just walk away from it. That's how you train them not eating food off other people. It's hard work doing it, but it's worth it. See if there's anyone else. I have 4 lots of black. What's he saying? You got 4? Is that 4 lots of what? I've got 4 lots of No, he's not there. Can hear the pup now. Can hear him in the background. I think he's biting them. Was your fish and chips nice? Paul Henderson, yes, it was, brother. It was patty and chips, son. I got my brother's sauce. I got the dogs a sausage between them. Blew it, cooled it down for them, bit it a few times, and give them it and fed them. And I got Bobby. I just got one patty. So I don't eat loads in one go now, so I'll have half a patty for me, half for Emma, and half the chips, and give Bobby more. It's 2 bags of chips between the three of us. I usually have bread and butter with it, but we had to get out and get back for the live. But I'm sorry to apologise profusely that I was late on the live because I was freezing them. I was buying fucking lipstick and everything. Not women that like it, and you can't say now because they're going to be on your back. 52 thumbs up, guys. Come on, we can get better than that. 57 on. Somebody's not pushing the like buttons. Mike Weston, just come home. What's that say? Chainsaw all day knackered. Oh, you be fucking will be knackered. There's a few people that I could do, you couldn't do. It's just wearing you up, you know. You're not called Texas, are you? Chainsaw. Yeah, that was fucking mad. True, that film as well. Well, it was off a film. It was called Ed Gaines. Ed Gaines was the killer. He lived with his mum, who was a pig farmer. And they made the film. They made about 6 films. They made Psycho, Norman Bates, in the hotel, but we wasn't in there. He lived in a farm with his mum. And he was a pig farm, and he lived there. And they made Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They made Buffalo Bill 1. What do you call them? Clarice. I can't think of the name of it now. They made that film as well. Silence of the Lambs, isn't it? Silence of the Lambs, yeah, it was really good, that. But there's a better one than that. There's an original one with Brian Cox in. That's a better version, I think. So they made, there's like 5-6 films, I think, made off that one. So when they found him, people would go missing, like more backpackers and people like that. So he lived on a farm, like I said, and he had pigs. You know, pigs will eat everything. But the only thing pigs can't digest is kidney stones. Not kidney stones, sorry, gallstones from your gallbladder. So you've got your bile here, you produce your bile, and that pushes up the bile goes through, and it goes into your gallbladder, and your gallbladder pushes that through, and it goes into your small intestine, then it goes in your large intestine. So when you have lots of water, we have, it goes hard, so the stones go hard, but they go like a purpley blue colour. So when John Haig, he was the acid bath murderer. When they got him, he was killing people and he was murdering them, pretending to be friends and getting the money left in the will and things. He killed. How he could. The pathologist walked up the path, and it was the old like Coronation Street path. And he looked down and he seen skin and bone and stuff like that, but they couldn't prove nothing. But when they found down, they seen skin, bits of skin, but they couldn't prove it. But when they found the stones, he said that they're gallstones. Them. That's what convicted him. The gallstones. They caught him. He was Scottish. But getting back to the film, so when they found this bloke, they went in his house and he had a bed, and on the bed he had 4 posts. And the 4 posts were people's skulls he'd killed, and the ones that had tattoos on, he'd made lamp shades out of the skins with the tattoos on. So there was a dog on it or something, or his wife or whatever, and he'd had it in a light because he skinned them, cleaned the skin, let it dry out, and then stretched it round. Put a light in it, and you'd have the light up, and you'd have the people who he killed and murdered in the area. And when they come, they couldn't find the bodies because they can even eat the bones of people, eat everything, fucking chew everything up and eat it off. Pigs can eat everything. 600-pound pig, fucking, you're going to eat a 600-pound pig and they've got pups like babies. And the mum and that, they'll just attack you, and the fucking teeth are like that. Honestly, they can eat anything, a pig. Go to eat anything. And throw anything in, fucking anything, they'll eat it. And that's how they made that film out of that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It wasn't real. It was real, but it wasn't like the way they misconstrued it. I haven't heard Saints for years. Yeah. I've heard that saying for years. On Gripper. These are about fucking blow, I think, these cannabis. course, you could ask a question, Mark Emerson. Okay, Brian, great stuff, mate. Very intelligent dogs, German Shepherds, mate. Superb dogs. Yeah, I used to have one. I had one called Sadie, obviously a German dog, German name I give her. And I had another one called Elsa. No, I had another dog. Now, the other dog was a Doberman, and the Doberman was bred by a German rentman. He wanted a dog that was loyal and it could be taught to teach. No, they're the worst dogs fucking going for attacking. They could run 32 mile an hour. And when they had the German Shepherds and all the other dogs were doing the jobs, they're brilliant. But the Dobermans were smarter. So they would put them across the field and they'd like chase them, they'd have all them suits on where they bite them. Sneaky fucking Dobermans could run faster, so they would go around the fucking field and wait for them getting over the fence and be waiting for them and attack them. That's how fucking clever the Dobermans were. Like the brains are so clever, and they can run 32 mile an hour. And they've got a bigger bite. But the huge, the stride on them. An Alsatian can run 30 mile an hour, but English Bull Terrier about 24. But a Bull Terrier, once that gets hold of you can't get the cunts off. The lockjaw on them. The Bull Terriers were bred from the black, little bits of white on them and black. They're from Dalmatian. You've got Bulldog, old English Bulldog, I think it's in them, and a few other Terriers are in them as well. So they were baiting dogs when you bait a bull. Now, bull baiting is a bad thing, but I'll tell you, it was, they would bait the bull when they get the bulldog and put it on the throat of a bull, and they'd make the go for the bull, and the bull would run around the yard in the slaughterhouse. And what they used to say that the meat was more succulent and better because the meat would come, blood would go into the meat, so they'd die with the blood in the meat, and it'd be more juicy to cook. But it isn't. It was fucking, that's how they thought though at the time. Obviously, they weren't as clever as we are now. But they did an English Bull Terrier, and they said it's horrible what they've done. And they put it on the bull's throat, and they tried to fit it, and they ate it, and fucking shot it, and everything, all sorts of things. They cut its legs off with a fucking pair of shears. I didn't watch it. I've never watched it. I just read it. I wouldn't watch it in a million years. Wouldn't I ask anyone to watch it? I cut its legs off, and it held on for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever until it died. They bled to death. But that's how much fucking strength they've got. They just won't pack in them Bull Terriers. Once they go, their heads flip. They're a fucking nightmare. They're just so strong. And if an Alsatian runs into you, it's not so bad. If a Doberman runs into you, it's not so bad. But if a Bull Terrier runs into your shin, you broke your fucking shin. They can run through a fucking wall. They're that strong. The fucking noses are that sensitive, and all the smells. They can smell anything. The hearing's unbelievable as well on their ears because they're alert all the time. Like Doberman's ears are cut, which I don't agree with that. But a Bull Terrier's ears are like that normal. They're up there all the time, alert, listening. Alsatians are the same. Their ears do that, move back to side to side. They're very, very clever. But they're very good. The easiest one to train is the Alsatian. In my opinion, the best dog in the world. Not for guard dogs, but the cleverest dog is the Border Collie. There's no doubt. Every year it wins across. The Border Collie's intelligence is fucking through the roof. It's like the IQ, like Einstein. They are them compared to normal dogs. It depends what you want. But the Alsatian will not leave you. The Bull Terrier won't leave. The English Bull Terrier won't leave you. Most dogs won't leave you when they're loyal. Because if you've got an Alsatian and somebody tries to fuck with their mum and dad, the human mum and dad, it's like having a hellhound on your tail. They will not fucking pack in. They will not pack in. You've seen them in the army. They're getting shot at and everything off in Iraq and places like that. They just keep going for them and going for them. They won't pack in. The dog will just keep coming back up and coming for them. Really brave dogs. Most dogs, like you say, even anything you get, no matter what it is, what type of animal, once you love it and you help, because they're just dumb animals. They can't tell you when they're bad. You've got to look for them, and they can't tell me belly's bad. I've got a cold. I've got this. You've got to be you've got to know that, and you've got to know if the dog's poorly, straight to the vet. Not like I'll take next week when I get paid, fucking straight to the vet the same day. I'd sell my house. When my dog was bad, Charlie, I said, even if I was to give you 50 grand, would you be able to save him? And he said, no, I can't save it. Even give me £1 million. And I had to put him under. He had cancer and pneumonia. He got kennel cough first, then he got pneumonia, and then he got cancer. And he said because he was 13-year-old, 1 month, 1 week, and I had to put him under on the 15th, my birthday. It was the 16th, so it was at my birthday when he died. But I was bad for about 3 months, but then I thought, look, I'd have only kept him alive for my own selfishness. If a dog's really in pain, please don't let you make a bad judgment and get the dog and let the dog die in pain, agonising pain, when it could be put to sleep. It doesn't go, it's going away. You're the one who's going to suffer, you're going to cry over it. But the dog's going to be over the moon that it's going to be peace and quiet. I don't agree. I used to think, I couldn't put my dog over, but I've done it with Scrappy. I did it with Charlie. But you have to be the better person and be the better man. And really, you love that animal that much. You're not going to let it suffer, and that's why you do it. You have to do it. It's horrible, but you have to do it. But then you think of all the memories you've had. And I see them all the time, even though there's probably residual energy, because somebody's been there that many times, or you've been to a certain place, you see something caught your eye, but probably you've seen it in your mind. I see them all the time sometimes when I'm half asleep, and I take my tablets to go to sleep at the night. Probably drugs. Yeah. Well, thanks again for the memberships, much appreciated. Yes, thank you everyone. Rob's doing my job for me, yeah. Rob's a great lad, love him all the world. And we're all on the same page. All nice, Rich Tea Biscuit 78, all lovely people who over the years have seen the shit we've had. And it's not been us who've been doing this fucking mentalness. Obviously, we all know it's the fucking little rat bag. But I still don't hate the daft cunt. Even though he's a little crank and a little junkie and whatever else he is. He's just an idiot. But he's never going to change, because he's been doing it, and he does not want to. His vocation in life is to be a bum and be like Paul Sykes and be like all the other people and be on drugs every day. He has to have drugs to survive. And I've been on that journey myself. Don't get me wrong. I've done exactly the same as it, but I never ever took heroin. It was never a thing for me. I just look at people and think, why the fuck would you want to take smoke? Why would you want to smoke cigarettes? And why would you want to take heroin? It was not for me. I can understand people having a drink and getting married, having a laugh and joke. But if you're drinking, you're getting into fights and getting into trouble and getting locked up. Like, you see people, they'll have a drink, I've put loads of people, fucking thousands of people, I put out nightclubs, pubs and clubs. Nicest man you could ever meet. 3 or 4 shots later, who you fucking looking at? You? See you, big man, I'll tell you. We're all Scottish in the West. I'm fucking, see me, you big man. I'm telling you, aye, no bother. I could take you, big man. I could just start jumping about like that. They're all fucking 70-year-olds. Shut up, you daft old cunt. I'd have beat you 25 years ago. You would have beat me fucking 50 years ago when I was a kid. You idiot. Fucking cracker down there. Aye, and then 2 was there, aye, I love you, big man. You're a big beauty. Fucking crackers they are. Billy Connolly said, when I was a kid, I grew up in Scotland, and I grew up in Glasgow. I grew up in Glasgow, and I thought everybody was called Jimmy. And when I got older, I realised they were. Everyone's called Jimmy in Scotland. All right, Jimmy. And I had put the nutty in the face, like Glaswegian kiss, they call it. Crazy as fuck they are up there. There's the Eli going bonk. I say bonkers, and he's gone up his fucking tits. Eli the bear. Can you hear his dad? Yeah, as soon as I said Eli the bear. Can you hear that? That's him pulling the door handle off. You can open the doors. They lock the door so he cannot get in. He jumps up and opens the door. All my dogs, what you do to make them open the door. On the handle. Open the door, put it on. Jumps up to the every key that up. As soon as he open the door, sounds like walkies. As soon as you say walkies, I had Scrappy. That could go W-A-L-K. Do you want to go for a? You go. You want to go for a W-A-L-K, and you go. Start running all over the fucking house. W-A-L-K. So you could spell only that one. I had him doing fucking all another Ungawa, Tarzan, Ungawa, Cheetah, Ungawa with the elephants. So I had them. Charlie used to jump up, hit the tap with his paw, drink, but he couldn't turn the tap off. So I had to turn it off. Fucking throughout the bathroom once. He knocked it in the cloth went in the sink, and the fucking sink was water all over. He could open the doors, every door in the house. Right down, pull it, push it down, pull it. Put his paw on there like that on the door frame. Push the handle down and pull it and open the door and run down the stairs, open it, then open the fucking front door, open the back door. Now he's learned it. Scrappy's learned it off. Charlie taught Scrappy. Scrappy could do it. He was great because he was massive. Both paws would open the door. And then, but when he had Charlie was the boss of Scrappy. So when I had Scrappy, he was huge, 10 stone dog, monstrous size, and you've seen the boxer was in the documentary McIntyre. The little boxer had more bottle than the big dog, and the big dog used to do what the little dog did. He taught him to open the doors, and now Scrappy's gone. But when Scrappy come, Eli was just over a year old when he died. So Scrappy taught Eli how to open the fucking doors. So Eli's opened all the doors now. He's about 24 inches in height now, Eli. He jumps up with his paw, boom, boom, hold on, he's trying to open the door, he's pulling the door off the fucking head. You should see the state of the doors. Need all new fucking doors. Oh, Rob, thank you very much, brother. Keep support the channel. Hit the like buttons and subscribe. That's Rob telling you now. You're in trouble. John, Ram Raider. Loads of people been on tonight, hasn't there? Right, guys, I'm going to shoot soon because I'm getting my shoulders really sore and my hip. I've got to do chest yet. I might do back. It's tight tonight, and I've had a little rest. So I've been on around 20 minutes, guys. I'm freezing with my hands and that. So I hope, just go out your way, just to be nice to people and go before me. If you're in a queue, open the door for someone walking out of a shop, like a little corner shop. Talk to neighbours. And you'll feel better. You'll go to bed and think, that was nice talk that man today. That was nice to say to him. Or if you live on your own, go out your way to go out and just try and mingle in with people and just do the best you can and get out of bed in the morning and think, tomorrow's another day. Just keep looking ahead. Keep looking ahead. Don't look back. Don't look back and fucking think, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. Don't keep looking back. Keep looking forward in your windscreen. Keep looking forward. Don't look back. And just keep looking forward. And that way in life, you'll have a better life. I've got this and I've done this to me, and that. If you're doing that, you're going on analysing yourself about something. You can't do nothing about what's past. Right? You can only do something about now. The here and now is the only thing you can do. You can't do something about tomorrow. It doesn't come. It's a concept. It's just a thought. It's a thought, right? Tomorrow I'm going to go to my mum's. I'm going to look after my mum. Great. So you've got that in your head. So if you've got a bad memory, put it in your phone before you go out. Check your phone. I've got to look at my mum's today. I've got appointments. Put your appointments on your phone the night before you go anywhere. Put your little memory thing or a little note on the mantelpiece, or put it in your car. Stick it in the windscreen of your car. When you're inside, you get in. Oh, there's the fucking. I've got to go there. I've got to go to the bank today and do the mortgage. Just people memories going a little bit. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. Thank you very much. Leave a little comment, see what you thought of the chat, and have a look at last night's about the prison. So if you've got any kids getting in trouble, show them that video. I'll just tell you a quick one before I go. There was a kid, I went to get a tyre for a car. I got the tyre on the man, said, I don't know money off you. I said, why? He said, my son watched your channel where you tell people not to go to school and get education. He said he stabbed someone in the leg at school, they barred him from school. He's watched your documentary about 20 times. He's gone to college and he's come back a year later. He's won scholarship of the year in Hartlepool College of Further Education. In Hartlepool itself. I thought, fucking brilliant, just a little bit of thing and a lot of knowledge I've give. And he said when he's feeling down, he'll watch your documentaries or your stuff and it builds him back up. He said gives him a kick up the backside. He said, I just want to thank you for saving my son's life. I thought, thank you. I said, how much? The tie was 80 quid. He went, no, I don't want no money. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. He said, oh, thank you very much. And said, if you ever need me, just have to contact me on here. But yeah, I see him all the time now because I go and get my ties there, but he still gives me them for half price. So nice little thing, isn't it? No, helping people, and I get my ties half price as well. So who's there? No one loses, does there? So thank you very much. Here we go. Where are you, little fucking thing? I hate these things. This one thing I don't fucking know about computers. That's done. Fucking things. I don't know how to bring it down. Can't get it down. Fucking thing. Come on. Yes. Oh, it's the wrong fucking one. Moves. My hands are bad, that's what it is. Really bad hands. I've got no feelings in my hands. So, cheers, guys. Oh, fuck off. My hands are just so bad, poorly. That's it.